I don't know what we're doing. Did you go?
As ready as we'll ever be.
We're never ready. Yay, new theme park! Sorry.
Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast, episode 14. My name is Alicia Stella. With me, as always, is my co-host Ian.
Hey, kids.
And today is a casual episode. We don't really have anything to report on. Nothing big happened, right?
No, I don't know anything.
So, of course, we're going to be talking about the major announcement from Universal Orlando that finally solidified that a new theme park is coming. Ian, what do you think?
I have thoughts. I'm excited for a new theme park, though. That's a good thing.
Yep, that is always the best.
I'm not sold on the name, but that's not going to keep me out of the park.
I feel like we have Warner Brothers to blame for that. Although some on the internet are blaming me. They're like, maybe if you hadn't posted the leaked documents, then they wouldn't think they have to change it.
Well, they had the copyright for both of them already anyway, so
they trademarked they trademarked Fantastic Worlds and Epic Universe, and then they trademarked Universal's Epic Universe a couple weeks later. But they did, that leaked document in December did say, our new theme park's going to be called Fantastic Worlds, and then there was the
lawsuit.
The objection, I think is the word, from Warner Brothers. And then I assume it was handled in such a way that Universal's like, all right, we'll change it. Because they don't want to lose their, fantastic property.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it is a little confusing. Fantastic Worlds with Fantastic Beasts inside of it. I could see all that, but
yeah,
I would prefer Fantastic Universe to Epic Universe.
Well, yeah, it would either be confusing and you think it's an entire Fantastic Beasts theme park, or it's confusing and you're like, wait, so it's Universal's Universal Park?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Disney's Disneyland.
Welcome to the Disney's Magic Disney.
So I know, guys, I'm stoked for having a new park. I just am kind of let down a little by the name. It bothers me a little. And the logo, the E is randomly weird. I don't get it at the end. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. It's my thing, whatever. But
let me look at it.
Like
the U is you're okay with the weird U, but it's the E that drives you nuts.
The U is a little weird, but it's just got that one little notch. But for some reason, the E is running away from itself. I don't know how else to describe it. It's so weird.
So originally, I was thinking it looked like a portal, but now if you zoom in, it's like a star chart or like a constellations inside.
I think it is a portal, but it's got the constellation inside as to like Stargate. You're gonna go through there into different worlds. So that's how I took it.
I like the name better when I pretend it doesn't start with Universals.
I like the name better when I pretend Epic isn't part of it.
I have no problem with Epic. Everyone thinks it's like this new word that's like already lame, which, like lame, but I think of it like when I think of the word epic, I don't think of like epic fail or people saying, "Oh, that's epic, yo." I think of the old movies of the 40s and 30s and 50s, like the old epics.
I get that and I understand that, but at the same time, I don't know if many people are going that way since it was so murdered by a whole generation for like 5 years. Epic everything.
Yo, this theme park's going to be epic.
The thing is, to me, is that I think it's out of touch because of that. And like the thing I keep saying is it sounds like a 40-year-old dad trying to relate to a teenager by using their own language. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, Universal's not shied away from the word. They seem to like it. I saw it earlier at the grocery store for the epic new roller coaster, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. And I'm like, oh, it's a long name and you still managed to throw epic on the poster.
Yep. But that's pretty much all my gripes. I mean, it's just the logo and the name's a little weird, but that's not going to do anything. It's not keeping anybody out of a park, especially when it looks this cool.
Okay. So that was your thoughts. What? Any other reactions to what was actually announced besides the name and the logo?
there was more announced besides the name and a logo. They pretty much dodged.
What about the exciting part is all the infrastructure and jobs that they'll be creating. And the mayor spoke. Like these are the important, or the governor spoke. These are the important things they talked about.
$15 an hour minimum wage. That's something. We didn't get a lot. They're just like, So I've been saying this to people that have been talking to me today. They could have just done a preview center, like a small room, and it would have been the same amount of information. Just
Yeah,
at
but
a
they had like a lot of media there so they can get this and like, plastered into all the newspapers and news channels.
yeah, but they
I mean,
weren't. Okay, this
they
is
had
the
important people. They
this
had
is
Governor DeSantis, the mayor, the head of Comcast, not just the head of NBC Universal, and the head of Universal Creative. Like there was a lot of important people at the podium.
sure, and then you don't stream it, even though you have a media company. It's
They had,
just it was not handled great, in my opinion. I think if they really wanted all that stuff, imagine if they streamed that live on just their Facebook page, they probably would have had six figures of people watching.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. They only had 5,000 people watching the Hagrid unveiling.
That wasn't a whole theme park.
Yeah, well, people don't know it until after it's announced.
Everybody knew for days that this was coming. That
We knew because we're theme park people. Um, no, I think also they knew it was going to be a lot of boring stuff, so they didn't want to. They didn't bring out the fun celebrities and the confetti cannons like I was hoping. Otherwise, they would have definitely. They didn't have the Leviosa effect going on. There's nothing here that was really for us. It was
no,
more just here's some boring talking heads on a podium talking about jobs. So
here's
I understand why.
two screens and a podium, and go.
It's cool that they had people from Orange County and Florida there because this is a lot of the infrastructure is going to be a joint project to get
Yeah,
everything ready and the
they
roads
did.
ready.
They did mention that. They did say that Universal dropped 160 million to Orange County to help them with all that, or something like. If I'm
That's just
remembering
for the
correctly.
Kirkman. That's just for the
Yeah.
Kirkman expansion.
Yep. That's pretty cool, though.
Dedicated bus lanes. Woo! Dedicated bus lanes.
Yep. You kids keep waiting for that monorail.
Dedicated bus lanes. That's all that matters to me. All right, I guess we'll actually look at the concept art and talk about the park. I was only expecting them to announce the name and a blurry piece of concept art, like the logo on top of like a concept art, but like blurry. And they
Mhm.
released high resolution of the whole park, so now everyone knows what's going to be in it.
Yet people are still debating parts of it.
Well, I mean, I'm not for sure what's going on in the hub area, so that's interesting. It's intriguing to me, but everything else, I know people are saying, well, it's just concept art. I know you were saying it's just concept art, but it lines up with everything in the development plans and what's being approved with the city right now. Like, exactly.
Okay. Well, I don't understand. Is the hub supposed to be like sci-fi? Because that's how I'm like science-y, spacey kind of stuff.
Kind of reminds me of Discovery Bay. It's like a
Yeah.
futuristic, but an old version of the future and space exploration, like
Yeah.
discovery stuff. Like H.G.
That's a,
Wells, but futuristic.
that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I just got like a space kind of vibe from it.
Yeah. And I think that's where
Especially
the universe comes in.
because one of the buildings looks like Mission Space a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm being nice.
I saw that and I was like, oh, when did they add a planetarium to the plans?
Really? I saw that and said, when did Mission Space get moved?
When did the blue sky concept art for Epcot end up in the center of this Universal Park?
That's ridiculous.
It's like maybe they fired the guy who did the blue sky for Epcot and they're like, we're not going to go with your plane. He's like, I'll take it to Universal. They'll go with it. Because it looks like it, but fleshed out. Like the fountains are there. There's multiple overlapping circle paths.
It looks nice. I like the way it looks.
I do like the way it looks. It's huge though. That's like 23 acres of hub is what that is. That is massive. There's essentially City Walk in the center of the park.
Yeah, but it's awesome. So it's okay. I'm good with it. So, there's classic monsters on here.
We can't talk about that yet. We have to go in order.
Okay, go first.
Well, we could start at the entrance. Rob Plays was talking and he said, wow, they really like circles. If you look at the courtyard, there's just circles after circles. I think someone got one of those compass things, drawing tools for Christmas. And it's like, look at all the circles. Circles.
It looks nice. It looks nice though.
If you look right after the entrance, there's like a waterfall, a cascading waterfall that kind of creates like the kinetic water moving down from the entrance. Like you're overlooking it when you first enter. And you have to go to the left or the right around the water. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And the building that's right there, that octagon.
Is that a carousel?
I don't know. There's at least 3 buildings on here that could be a carousel.
It's a space carousel.
It looks like it's got a helipad on the roof, but that's beside the point.
And then everyone's pointing out the giant building to the left of the entrance, but it's possible that's a restaurant and a gift shop, or actually the gift shops might be on the right side, and that could be a giant restaurant. It doesn't look tall enough to be maybe an attraction.
It could be a lot of stuff in there though.
Yeah, it could be multiple
Like
things.
could be guest services, like the back part of guest
Well, yeah,
services.
that part that's
The back
jutting
of the
into the
store.
entrance definitely looks like guest
Yeah.
services. I'm just thinking the side facing the theme park could be a restaurant on the right and then gift shop in the middle type of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying in general too, that space, like if there's guest services like scooters and all that stuff is probably in there. So it's probably a lot of storage space
Well,
too.
there's and then
By the
opposite on the other
guests.
side too. As the smaller ones look like a defined separate ones. That looks like it's almost a main street, but like just barely, you know.
Yeah.
And then the rest is all just giant city walk hub.
Circles.
Lots of circles. And a
Yes.
planetarium.
And a very well lit Thunderdome in the middle of the water.
Yeah, that stained glass dome thing. I have to wonder if that's a restaurant because it's like so fancy looking.
I kind of hope it is sitting on water like that.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
I think the other one should be a restaurant too with the waterfall right next to it. But there's that
You
little
mean my
circle building
carousel?
between them. That looks like the carousel to me, the little circle one between them.
Oh, that little one?
Yeah, just because the people are
Oh.
like dots on this thing.
Oh, yeah. That would be a really big carousel. You're right. Okay.
So that was my guesses for a
All
carousel.
right. So 2 giant restaurants with a carousel in the middle. Got it.
Could be.
Um,
Oh, what's next to the carousel? What's this first thing?
Nintendo.
Yay! Everybody's excited for Nintendo.
What do you think the facade looks like? It looks like the Emerald City.
I don't know. There's a couple of them that have peaks, like actually almost all of them. I can see a point like that in front of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dragon one is kind of lost in the trees. There's like a brown point that comes up.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely one in front of Monsters. I just can't see the one in front of Fantastics very well.
It has like
But it
a
looks like
it has like a government building in front.
yeah, it does. But there's at least 2 of them that have some kind of spire outside
Oh,
like that.
yeah. That one for Monsters is like the most portal looking portal. Like that is a video game portal entrance if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
So yeah, the
So
Nintendo, it's interesting because it's like they muted some of the colors to beige, so maybe we wouldn't pick it out in the concept art, but that Donkey Kong area in the back is
yeah,
exactly the same as the model that we saw in the leaked photos. It is exactly the same as the plans that were going to go into Kid Zone. Like there is absolutely nothing. You can even see the airplane Funky's gift shop over there in the corner. Like it is exact.
it's so cool.
And Donkey Kong's house meet and greet with the little hut. But it's interesting to see it from this angle.
So it is, but it looks awesome too. But do we think this big building right here is Mario Kart?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's in the same
Yeah.
location that it would have been in Kid Zone, and it's in the same location as it is in Japan. Um, the only differences I see, the Mushroom Kingdom looks to be a little more detailed, maybe a little more bigger on the bottom courtyard. And I think they left out Peach's Castle on purpose to try to not give it away, but that would be
Yeah.
behind the facade facing the inside of the courtyard. And then this is just me nerding out, but you can kind of see on the left side of the Mushroom Kingdom, on the bottom of the Mushroom Kingdom, is a little bit of building jutting out and hiding behind
Mhm.
trees. I think they expanded the quick service, and that's actually the kitchen for
Oh
the
yeah.
Toad's quick service, so they could have more seating inside or get more courtyard area. And that's how they would do it, is by pushing the kitchen out of the Mushroom Kingdom into the kind of the green area behind it. So that's neat.
Yeah.
It's a neat way to expand it. Yoshi, there it does look a little bit more inside, but not much.
That's gonna be fun, especially Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it in the plans. I'm glad it didn't get cut.
Oh, all right. So more fun. More fun is more fun.
Well, going in order, after that is this big empty
Mhm.
space. You see the big empty
Mm,
space?
yeah.
Everything I've
Forgot about
heard is telling me that that's actually an expansion plot for Nintendo.
Wow, that's a big space.
It is nearly the same size as the Nintendo plot itself.
Yeah, that's a big space.
So Nintendo over the years in phase 2 will probably double in size.
It's crazy. Wonder what else they could put in there. Zelda? Zelda going in there? I'd be down for a Zelda part.
I would,
You know,
yeah, I would assume it's Pokemon because there was rumors of, Super Nintendo World's going to go into Kid Zone. Then a year later, it's like Pokemon's going to go into Kid Zone, and plans were made up for both of those, but they pulled back and they canceled both of them. If they brought one to this park, I have a feeling they're going to bring the other one too. They just might not
yeah,
open it with the park.
that makes sense. I just kind of like they kept talking like the rumors of Zelda being in Lost Continent and all, and I like Zelda, so I kind of want to see Zelda somewhere.
Well, it's possible they could do Zelda at Lost Continent to open like right after this so that they have something new in that park. What do you think?
Zelda.
What do you think that small building is adjacent to Nintendo, connected to the hub? You notice it even
I have
connects to Nintendo a little bit.
it does, and then there's a little like hook walkway that kind of goes toward that. Like right by the entrance, there's like a weird triangle almost shaped building, and then there's a long looking building.
Well, I think
There's
that's
a
all
little hook
connected. I think
walkway.
that's connected, and it reminds me a little bit of Earthquake, where like you have a queue space and you have a pre-show space, and then the taller building is the ride space.
It definitely looks like it's connected to that portal, though, for sure.
Right. So, and then maybe it has an exit back out to the hub.
Maybe
If it's
gift shop.
if it's that's a big gift shop. It's bigger than Yoshi. um, One of the rumors I'd heard was, and it's not even just a rumor. The creator of the video game really wants it to happen, but they're looking into doing a Super Smash Brothers show.
Oh, that would be cool.
And that if this was that, it would explain why it's kind of tacked onto the plans. Why it doesn't really like it's free floating, it's in the expansion space, but they want to get it open with the park, so it's not like in the Mushroom Kingdom, but it might have an entrance to it from the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be
So
kind of cool.
yeah, and from what I've heard, the Born Stuntacular show may actually have some of the technology they're testing for that show,
Well, that'd be very cool.
with some of the ways that the sets change themselves and that the actors are integrated into the sets. And I'm also reminded of the DreamWorks theater over in Hollywood where they have projection mapping on the sides of the theater. I think Super
Mm,
Smash Brothers would be a great thing where like you're watching a show and it's between the matches, the whole background changes to a completely different venue. Like
that's
the
pretty cool.
2.5D from Mickey and Minnie's, but like on a stage show. So like while they're fighting, the background's moving. So it could be
kind
neat.
of, kind of interested in that now. That sounds more fun.
So what do you think the orange thing is?
I have no idea. That's been that of all the buildings, those things have been driving me most nuts.
Okay,
It's got like a statue or something in front of it.
someone suggested, I forgot who it was already. It was someone on Theme Park Tube suggested, could it be a Charmander restaurant?
Maybe
Let's zoom in. It really looks
it
like
could be.
Charmander. And
It
there's
really
fire.
does.
There's fire behind his head. It's going to be Charmander's Big Fire Grill.
That would.
Oh.
That's actually a pretty good call. I've been trying to figure out what the heck those things are all day.
And it would fit because it would be like flanking where the Pokemon land would be even before they build it. So when they build the Pokemon land, it's already there. And it's
Yeah,
got
that makes
hub
sense.
access. So if they do that whole you can't get into the land unless you have a theme park thing, this would still be a restaurant you could visit without having to go into the land.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's the only thing I can't think of anything better than that.
Yeah,
So
we're just gonna go with that. This
yeah,
is
we're going with that.
Charmander's Big Fire Grill.
Ooh, now my favorite thing is next.
Okay, and that entrance really does look wild. That is wicked.
It does. It does. But this is the thing on this one. It looks like there's a portal, but it looks kind of like there's a walkway going in too.
Well, I think the portal on the right might be entry, and the walkway on the left might be exit, and that's how they're all going to be. Where just like Diagon Alley, you kind of have a main way in, but then they force you to go through the side way out.
Yeah, I just don't notice it anywhere else because you can only because of the angles.
Right,
But
because
I
of the
definitely
angles.
noticed that one. Definitely noticed that one.
Well, like Nintendo. they could see the exit for Nintendo if you zoom down in between that weird random building and the Emerald City. You can see there's a little walkway right there. I think that's the exit. You see how it's
That would
different?
make sense. Yeah.
Okay. Like hide them.
So
They hide them in there. So yeah, monsters.
monsters, finally. I'm glad.
Universal classic monsters. So what do you see in the concept art?
I see a little village and a castle and something that could be a windmill, which would make me so happy.
Where do you see the castle? Because it's a little pixelated for my taste.
It's super pixelated, but compared to everything else, there's that thing on the ledge behind everything in the very back. It looks like a long building to me, like up on a ridge, up on a rock.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then if you keep going left, there's like a tower all by itself that could just
Yep.
be a tower, but it could be a windmill.
That thing on
It
the
kind of
right.
looks
Oh no, that's probably just buildings and like.
well, it looks like on the right. So if you follow this the spire straight up, it kind of goes to like something that looks like rockwork,
Mm-hmm.
and Dracula's castle is kind of up on a mountain. So
Yep.
I'm thinking that's castle up there, and then there's a village below,
Yeah.
and then hopefully that's a windmill because that would be Dracula's castle and Frankenstein's windmill, and I'd be happy.
It's actually funny because it's reminiscent of some of the early concept before Tower of Terror was Tower of Terror when it was going to be Mel Brooks. They
Oh
were
yeah,
going to do parts of Sunset Boulevard was going to be a Bavarian village from Young
oh,
Frankenstein leading up to the
so good.
castle. So it's funny to see this and go, oh, that looks like a Bavarian village but not Young Frankenstein, but from actual Dracula and Frankenstein. So yeah, I think we're looking at like a multi-tiered land. Um,
Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
I think maybe like a Flight of Passage where they have the forced perspective mountains in the background and the show building is actually like behind the mountains. I think the show building for this, the actual ride is built into the rockwork and then the Dracula's castle's on top of the show building.
Yeah, totally. That's the way I would think it would be too. It definitely looks like there's a second tier. Hey, Little makes an appearance.
Because it's new puppy. Yeah, because it's hard to see the show building in this one. All the other ones is easier, but this one it's harder. So I'm guessing I can kind of make out the outline of where the building is, and then where the second level is.
Yeah, definitely. Can we discuss this amphitheater thing?
uh,
It doesn't look themed, but it is
uh,
definitely looks connected.
it definitely has a road leading to the village. Like it has
I
like a gate and a like below the windmill thing. You could see the connection into the village, and you
yeah,
can
there's a path
see.
there.
But what's even weirder is you can also see a road leading to Kirkman.
Yes, you can.
So
I
that's
have
even weirder.
I have no idea what that thing is. It's definitely not a Quidditch pitch though.
No. And the latest rumors I've heard for the Monsters Land was a high-tech dark ride that's like Haunted Mansion with all the monsters on steroids and a show. So seeing a theater.
Are you waiting for them to stop?
Yep.
Good luck. Hold on. Okay.
Good job. So seeing a theater, I was thinking like a little graveyard review show, but this thing is massive.
It is. It's really big.
And it's amphitheater style. It's half of it is the round seating area, and it's phantasmic type big
Yeah,
is
it's
what it
really
is.
big. Yeah, it's really big.
So I don't know. I have no idea. I know Murdy was writing something for the Monsters Land. Maybe it's a show.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
It's just maybe it's a bigger show than I was expecting.
That's a huge show.
Yeah.
Phantasmic monsters.
I'm not opposed to it.
No, I'm good with it. I I'm just happy that Monsters is making it into the park.
Yeah, in the last couple weeks or so, I've been talking to a few contacts and looking over some of the updated development plans because I'd always said that if they were going to cut something, it was going to be the Monsters Land. That's the one that they probably, because they always have. Like, it was going to be a Monsters Land at Islands of Adventure before they opened, and then they cut it. They're going to add a Monsters ride, and then they put in Potter. Like, it's always the one that's going to get cut, and they got rid of Graveyard Review. So seeing that it, in the last few days, seeing that it was in the development plans, and now seeing it on this concept art, it's like, just hang in there a few more years and we'll get this. Don't cut it. We're so close.
It's in the concept art. You guys are stuck with it. I wish it was
Yeah.
true, but still, I'm so happy just to see it
I
this
mean,
far.
Beastly Kingdom was in the concept art too. So
Shh, you're gonna jinx my monsters.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm so happy that it's in here. It's what I wanted the most. You guys can have your Nintendo. That's cool and all, and I'm stoked on that. But I really wanted my monsters.
And now I heard there was also a little expansion pad for monsters. Actually, you know what? Maybe that's what's between it and the hotel. I was going to say, I don't know if I see it, so maybe the theater was added, but no, it does look like there's a little bit of space. See, the walkway keeps going out of
Yeah,
monsters.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be a monster extra expansion for additional attraction.
Yes, Wolfman attraction.
Yes, give them ideas now. I mean, if they make a Creature from the Black Lagoon movie that like hits, that could be an idea.
Well, the Invisible Man's coming first, so we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully, it does well and it's good.
The Invisible Man ride is you just go and there's nothing, and at the end they're
Yes.
like, "Did you enjoy the ride?" It's like, "I didn't see anything." It's like, "Yeah, he's that good."
No, you go and it's just like the cheesiest effects of things
It's just
moving like an inch
cups
and back and
floating.
forth. Things hanging by strings.
Everything's on strings. Yeah, I'm holding out for a boat ride back there because I don't think there's enough water rides in this park. So, Black Lagoon boat ride right behind the mountainscape, that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be like Jaws, but the creature coming at you.
Yes, in a in a speedboat.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
I couldn't. All right. So, looking at the hotel, why does everyone think it looks like a hospital?
Because it does.
I don't know, it looks to me like the lost city of Atlantis.
What?
Yeah, like with all the blue water in the middle and the gold.
Is it really gold or is that just the color of the lights?
It might be the color of the lights. You see, like the gyroscope thing in the middle in the courtyard.
Yeah. It's probably what are those things? Armillary, whatever thing. The thing that has like planets and stuff in it, kind of like I can't remember the name of the word. I got Astrolab.
Yeah, I just call them gyroscopes because they spin in multiple ways.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's planets or something in there though too.
Should we count the windows? I
No.
heard it only has 500 rooms, which is that small? I think that's small.
I mean, it doesn't look huge, but it doesn't look small either. But there's probably, considering what it's probably gonna be a premium spot. So there's
Right.
probably like a spa and stuff in there, probably more than one restaurant.
Right, exactly. And there's not like no rooms in the center part. Just in the gold and then the hospital wings. But also it's not that it's not that deep. It's not
No.
and we saw in the development plans there's going to be a lagoon directly behind it.
Yeah.
And parking, and people are like, how are you going to get to this with that river behind it? And I'm like, that's not a river, that's a road. There
Your
is
car is going to float.
It kind of gave us, it's Venice. It kind of gave it away because what was it called? Resort Road. We figured out that there's an in and out roads connected to the Kirkman expansion called Resort Way or something, or Resort Road. It goes right to the parking lot for the hotel.
Perfect.
It's
like they
planned it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like they planned it.
But what's neat is that lagoon in the center of it will be a little island, and that's where they're going to set off the fireworks.
Oh, that's cool. So if you stay in the hotel, you're going to get fireworks.
Well, yeah, it's like if you stay on the one side, you'll have a theme park view, and if you stay on the other side, you'll have a lagoon view. But then when the fireworks go off, that's a good side to have because you actually have a decent view.
It'll flying through the air.
It'll be from inside the park, from the giant hub. It'll be kind of like Cinderella Castle, where they set off the fireworks, the big ones, all the way I was gonna say over 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but that's not there anymore.
That'd be a good trick.
Behind the Little Mermaid is where they set the fireworks off, and it's pretty far behind. And this is like that kind of situation where the fireworks are going to be set off, but it'll appear as though they're over the hotel.
That's a cool trick. It's gonna work.
Yeah. You
So
see the fountain, the big fountain, the centerpiece fountain, the one that
yeah,
in my
the
video
waterfall.
I said it's going to have water in the centerpiece of the hub somehow because of all the plumbing leads to there.
Yep.
Does it look like there's like arena seats around it?
You know what I was thinking is those are steps that you could sit on. So it's not really
Right.
like an arena seats necessarily. Like there's going to be a show, but if you want to sit there and watch the fountain kind of deal, I think that's going to
Right.
be
It's
it.
like a Bellagio thing, but it's not
Yeah.
necessarily. It's just like every 15 minutes it does a cool thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can just kind of chill and eat a bag lunch.
Yeah, exactly. There's probably some food stands or something. I mean, there's something that looks like it could be a little food stand
If you
kind of
look,
to the right.
there's two people sitting on the steps,
Yeah, I know.
and they're not sitting next to each other, so they're in
Well,
a fight right now.
well, one of them is kind of wide. That could be two people together and one sitting off by
Oh, okay,
themselves,
okay.
like looking on sadly.
And what's neat too is there's cascading waterfalls here, so it kind of mirrors the entrance of the park.
Yeah, I like that. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like a good view from a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, and then I need to stay there just because Monsters is right there. I don't have to walk far.
What is that in front of the left flank of the hotel?
That orange thing,
Yeah,
I have no idea.
it's the emergency room. It could be
Oh man,
a ballroom for renting out things. It could be a
could be.
restaurant.
It looks like right by the. You see, if you follow there's like the Foursquare thing, and to the right, there's a little bit of blue. Maybe it's like a pool
Yeah.
area. They just didn't fill it in. I don't know what
Oh,
else it could be. There's a
interesting.
little bit of water up. It looks like there's water up there anyway. There's blue in there.
Oh, so it
I don't
blocks
know.
the view from the park of the pool area. Could be. I don't know if
Maybe
that's
I
where the
don't know.
pools were going to be. Actually, I don't know where the pools were going to be. There's a lot
It.
more behind the hotel that isn't in
Oh
this
yeah, yeah.
concept art too.
And
Additional
it's a
parking
little.
lots and different convention rooms and stuff.
And it's a little pixelated, so I don't really know. But that
Yes.
looks like it looks like one of those like kids areas, like at a hotel or something.
Okay.
I don't know though.
I was excited to see the fireworks in the concept art because I've been telling people I'm pretty sure they're going to have real fireworks shows, not like the. No offense to Universal Studios Florida and your mini fireworks, but
Yeah,
I'm
no kidding.
hoping for some like Disney size fireworks shows here.
Okay, what's next after the hospital? I mean hotel.
That little Congress building, what is that?
I know.
You know what it is? It's a
That's
ticket
the
booth.
bank.
It's a ticket booth
It's
to
the
get
bank.
into Fantastic Beasts.
No, it's the bank.
It's the bank.
It's the bank where Kowalski goes to get his loan.
Oh, and it's just
No, I don't know.
it's a bank facade, but inside it's just Nifflers. That's all you. It's
Yeah.
the place to buy Niffler. The Niffler shop, but
Some-
it's disguised as a bank.
I was gonna say a Niffler petting zoo. That'd be pretty cool.
So yeah, this is Fantastic Beasts and where to find them.
And there's not much outside.
I mean, there's a little bit outside. It's
Not much compared.
It is
the rest.
interesting how detailed this concept art is with the backs of the facades here. Because, like, the other facades across the way, you can see are just flat. Like,
Yeah.
there's even a flat sky up against the trees in the back, forced perspective behind the buildings. But then this side,
Mhm.
those are definitely actually shops and things.
Yeah, I just can't tell. It's too hard to make out like if it's New York or Paris or England even again.
The one over on the back up against the giant show building, that looks like France to me. It even looks like Epcot's France to me with the roof line.
Yeah, it does kind of. The front one looks like England to me for some reason. It's so hard to tell.
I would guess since we have London at Diagon Alley that this would be France.
Yeah, it could be France and America. I don't know what else.
So the rumor is there are 2 e-ticket attractions here. Even though most of it's inside, there's 2 defined structures for
Mhm.
2 different rides, and then they have so like once you walk deeper and deeper into this, and then you start walking into an alley that's inside, but I think it's supposed to mean like feel like you're still outside, like nocturnally.
Hmm.
And you can kind of see the shape under the fireworks. You can kind of see the shape of the building where the e-ticket is, and then around it where the fake outside is. Kind of.
Yeah, definitely you can.
So that's going to go way far back under those fireworks. So people were saying that looks like the smallest land, and it's like, no, it's actually the biggest land.
Yeah, you can see the road underneath the fireworks where it's probably going to get pretty close to, if not butt up against.
Oh yeah, is that an access road? Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like
yeah,
there's
yeah,
an access road going to Mission Space
yeah.
too, but there's
That
also one.
yeah, there is an access road going directly to mission space. Yes.
Yeah, and then there's one going behind Fantastic Beasts too.
Yeah. So that yeah, the hotel road back there, and then this access road over here. Oh yeah, that is an access road there. If you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
the emergency plans, I love that. You have to file so many years in advance your emergency fire rescue plans. So that kind of, and I've been saying it might not perfectly delineate, it might not perfectly separate the different lands, but it ended up doing it. It ended up
It
being
did.
it. It's pretty close.
Did. So, what kind of rides do you think they're going to be?
I actually have no idea. So your guess is as good as mine.
Mm,
Um,
not Gringotts again.
I would hope a Ministry of Magic type attraction, like
Yes.
we've been
Yes.
theorizing, where you travel to different countries that take place, like the movie takes place in, for one of the
Yes.
attractions. Um, it doesn't look like it's super tall, but then again, it's blocked by fireworks, so maybe there's a taller section. But it would be neat if there was some kind of like a elevator aspect to it. But we saw
Well,
patents. We saw patents for like a Flu Network type ride system that would disguise. It looks like you go into a fireplace, and then it like you keep going, and you either drop or turn left or turn right, and it makes it look like you're in a completely different location. Like I
yeah.
would love to see that, something like that, where you're going from like the magical Congress in the United States to, I don't know the rest of them.
I don't know the rest of
Yeah,
them.
there's probably
Um,
four of them, right? That'll be
yeah.
in the
Well, I think
series.
there's gonna. I, I thought there was gonna be 5 different places they went
Well,
to, but even 4 is
if they're
fine.
doing 5 movies, then yes, there'll be 5 places. Do you see the little tiny bit of forced perspective cityscape on the bottom? It looks like a nautilus.
Yeah. Oh my god, it
They're so
does.
cute. And I'm hoping the other attraction is something or everything to do with the actual Fantastic Beasts. Like you've said, the suitcase or the stable area.
Yes, I want to see the Kelpie. Like, even if it's a screen, I want to see the Kelpie.
Even if it was just a queue on a way to a different ride, being able to go through all the different levels of stables would be so great.
That'd be awesome. I would be so happy. Yeah, and in that case, like considering it, even if it's just a queue, I'd be okay with giant screens. That'd be pretty fun.
Uh,
See, like the Thunderbird or something. That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, actually, that would be, even if they did like on Navi River Journey with the layered screens, so it looks like it's in its
Yeah,
own habitat. That would be neat.
yeah, that'd be really cool. So, since we're kind of in the area, the Mission Space Building, do you notice the pathway keeps going past the building?
That is to the expansion land. Yay!
Yay!
They on my diagram on the development plans, you can see the future expansion is actually bigger than any of the lands itself. It's
That's
I
crazy.
think it's like 23 acres total of expansion on the right side of the park. Um,
That's crazy.
I mean, that's like the whole hub altogether. So it keeps going. It's possible that Fantastic Beasts could take over a small section of it, and we could still get a whole nother land. And because it connects with that path, then you could put a whole land um, behind this planetarium, or you can tear down the planetarium and make it butt up against the hub.
I think it's awesome.
I mean,
I am
yeah.
stoked for more lands.
Yeah, and I have no idea what it would be. I think they probably don't know what it would be. In the leaked document, they said they were leaving space for anything they want later on, in case they get something like a Wizarding World handed to them. And they don't have to repurpose Hogsmeade this time around. They can build a whole new thing right there.
There you go, kids. You can have your Lord of the Rings right there.
Maybe one day, or your Star Trek, whatever you Everyone's got their.
Dark Crystal.
If you look across from the planetarium, which by the way, we're gonna keep calling it planetarium, but I have no idea what that is.
Mission Space.
It's a space restaurant from Epcot, but with more screens. If you look across from it, it looks like City Walk, doesn't it? It looks like
It
the Hard
does.
Rock Cafe here. There's some kind of dome thing. Man, I bet you that's a Hard Rock Cafe.
We don't need more of that.
There's some
It definitely looks like
it
one,
really
though, now you say
does.
that. Oh man.
With like a Hard Rock Live next to it.
It does. It looks like a Hard Rock.
So
it would be a bigger live area too.
I mean, yeah, that's like a little complex that all matches. So whatever it is probably related. And then there's a planetarium. Do you think the planetarium is just added so they don't have nothing but green here? Like it's fake? Like it's not really a part of the park. They just put it here in the concept art so that, and look at all those people. It's like when you build a roller coaster tycoon and you build a path to nowhere. All those people are walking to nothing. I mean,
they just get stuck in they get confused and get mad at you for not having a map or something.
Actually, it looks like they're I think they're walking to the right, but they're probably walking to the left. They're exiting the theater. All right, I'm convinced it's a theater. It's a show. Yeah. I'm convinced it's a show.
Mission Space. It could be a show. It's kind of small, but it could be.
It's not.
I would bet that it's
not that small.
I would bet.
Bigger than Charmander's Big Fire Grill.
Restaurant. I'm saying it's a restaurant. It's a space restaurant.
But it has a defined exit and entrance. Restaurants don't dump you out the back.
Maybe this one does.
Therefore, it is an attraction. Well, I heard there's at least 2 attractions in the hub, so I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, that would make sense then. But at the same time, this path it also has a path that goes to nowhere. So
yes,
just keeps walking.
Yes,
I wouldn't mind that though. That'd be pretty cool to have like something else there. It'd be weird to have both attractions right next to each other.
It's a 4D theater and it's showing Shrek 4D.
Don't. They're gonna do that now.
It'd be neat if it was a black box theater and it has like a simulator seats and they can just change out the movie. Take that, JPEG.
Oh, all right, man. So, okay, so next is Dueling Dragons.
No, it's not Dueling Dragons. Just because it's a dueling roller coaster.
That's orangish red and blue.
I do see blue and orange. You're right. What's with all the sparks and fire going on over there?
I don't know, but can I also?
And blue.
There's more.
It's orange and blue sparks.
They're orange. Yep, and also there's no theming in the back, just like another roller coaster that used to exist.
The theming is forest.
There is like a spire or some kind of rockwork looking thing right at the when it goes the tracks go back in the building. The blue ones are really bright. There's looks like it's a spire or something, but other than that, just see trees.
I just see the supports for the coaster. Yeah, I don't really see much. I see some backstage area and the coaster goes right by it without any theming at all. there is a part where it goes into like the queue area though. That's neat. You see one of them goes outside the queue, one goes inside the queue through a tunnel.
It looks fun. I wonder what it actually is though.
Well, it is a dual racing roller coaster with launches. It doesn't have it looks like it's got inversions in the back, a couple.
It definitely looks like it has inversions.
Yeah, it looks impressive. People are asking what IP it's going to be, and I'm like, none. Can we just have one ride that's not based on something, please? So I think
it could be a space ride. The blue and orange would make sense.
Yeah, I think it's connected.
Just like different explosions.
I think it's connected to the hub. It doesn't have it has its own entrance right to the hub. It's not a defined world. It is or planet. And now that it's a universe, do we just call them planets instead of worlds? I think it's just a hub attraction, and the hub is all like spacey, timeless, explory stuff. So
not to go off track here, but I just noticed something. Yeah. If you go left toward the stained glass dome, are those red things balloons? Because if those are balloons, those people are going to fly away because those things are huge.
They are huge. Sorry. I thought they were cherry trees.
Just no. It looks like they're over the pathways.
Cherry blossom trees. I think it's just to add a splash of color because there was nothing over there.
Here's some huge balloons.
Yeah, it's like all the speckles. Like if you go over to the hotel and it's like all these little white speckles, it's like, are those flowers? What did it hail recently? What are these? It's just so there's something there. There's speckles all over the grass. Yeah, or like the weird blue and orange explosions happening over on the dueling coaster over the
It's
water.
so weird.
It's just to make it
I
exciting,
can't.
or
I don't know. I hope that's real.
in a video
You just
game
get
we
like
would
glitter.
call that a particle effect in a video game, but in reality I'm not sure what that is.
It's glitter fired out with lights.
Yeah, later, it's
I don't know. I have no
it
idea.
causes terrible damage to your to your lungs when you breathe it in as you pass. Hold your breath. It's the glitter bomb. That's the name of the coaster.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah.
The next one has what looks like a pretty long coaster.
Yeah, and
Even if it's a kid's coaster,
most of
it's long.
the concept art has it cut off. And this is what I've been calling How to Train Your Dragon's Land. And I think like with Nintendo, I think they kind of lessened some of it so you can't tell as evident, like it's not as evident exactly what it is, what it's supposed to be. But yeah, that roller coaster is very long. Described to me as like Hagrid Light, where it's not as intense as Hagrid, but then it's also really long. But it also goes through the land. It doesn't just go.
It goes through like 3 buildings. It looks like at least, and then under the bridge.
You know, it'd be really fun to put in one of those buildings.
What?
Toothless.
Yep.
Drive right by him.
Like the long one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the long one in the long flat area there.
Do you see the other building over on the left? Like that's really cut off on most art. That building, that perfect square, it keeps going down below the view here. So one of the rumors I've heard is maybe a flying theater of something, so you can get a flying dragon ride, which is nothing like Flight of Passage, except that it would be the same as Flight of Passage.
Exactly the same, but different.
Look at the dueling coaster. Go right below it. Look, kids play area.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Jungala at Busch Gardens.
So we're gonna leave Bobby.
All I know is I see a little boat ride and I'm excited.
You guys missed how high pitched your voice got.
It is so boats. Cute. They're little tiny boats. No, but
you're welcome.
I wonder if like the new movie they have a bioluminescent forest, if the Flight of Passage ride really is just flat out Flight of Passage.
That would be kind of a cool thing to do, though, is go through the cave system to where all the dragons live. That'd be a cool ride.
Okay, we'll have to revisit this, but there's definitely a couple kiddie rides. There's a play area, there's the family coaster, and there's a larger ride down at the bottom. So that's a lot of stuff. And that gives this park 3 roller coasters that we know of. There's the Donkey Kong, which I'm going to call the family coaster. There's the How to Train Your Dragon, which is a little more intense, medium coaster. And then there's the dueling coaster, which is like the intense coaster. So it kind of covers all your grounds.
And I'm going on all of them.
Over and over and over again. So is that a ride vehicle? What does it look like to you? I think the one right over the big lift, like curving around, that one's the most noticeable. Yeah. What does that look like? It looks like Splash Mountain logs. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it.
Kind of does. It's probably going to be something like that, though. Something like, it's going to be something made out of wood, I would think.
Right, like it's supposed to be made by the Vikings.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, here's your fake dragon.
No, that's what the box building is.
Yeah.
But unlike some Flight of Passages, they'll actually let you sit on a dragon. How about that?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I'd be all for that. I'm just happy there's a boat ride.
I know you love your little boats.
Oh, there's another kiddie ride. There's another flat ride. I found a flat ride behind Main Street.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's another flat ride. I think this area is just littered with flat rides. There's probably something with this green area too. Do you think that over by the soaring building that those 2 things holding flags are like the troll statues from the entrance?
That'd be a good call.
That makes it a little more Berkey. If you look closely, it looks like this concept art is the plans that have been colorized. This land especially looks the most like blueprints that have been colorized. It's not as 3D as some of the other lands.
Yeah, definitely. What's this purple thing that the coaster goes over in a circle? What the heck is that?
I don't know.
Wait.
There's
like a blue. Okay, so you see where the.
Oh my god!
You see where I'm talking about?
Is that a flume ride? There's a flume ride.
It looks like there's a flume ride in there.
Oh, I forgot about that. Someone was saying that I think I spotted a flume ride, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have absolutely no idea where a
It
flume ride
looks
would go.
like, why would there randomly be a blue line in the middle of that?
It does
It
look
looks
like a
like a little.
flume ride.
It looks like a little short flume ride.
I'm telling you, that's Dudley Do Right over there. Look at the colors.
Wait. But that would make sense because the tower thing doesn't really have anything going on. Maybe the flume ride is largely inside this tower thing
Yeah,
too,
this
and it
is the
goes
flume
outside
ride.
for a minute.
This is the flume
That
ride. This isn't
so
and the coaster's going over it and around it.
over it.
Yeah,
And
going
what's
over
that
it.
purple thing? Now I want to know what the purple circle thing is. Yeah, that looks definitely like a flume ride.
To be revisited.
Yeah.
Well, the concept art is amazing. It's way more than I was expecting. They didn't announce an opening date, so that's got everyone kind of freaking out. It's like, yes, I want to go now. When's it opening? No one knows.
Never. They gave no information. They didn't even release how much it's costing them. They gave nothing.
They told us how much it's costing them to make the Kirkman Road expansion. Yay.
They told us nothing.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with my 2023. If by some miracle it's 2022, then I'll be pleasantly surprised and happy because
That'd be pretty shocking.
that would only be 1 year probably after Hollywood gets Nintendo. So it'd be like 20, 21, 22. It'd be 3 Nintendos in a row. That'd be really, really cool because Japan gets it next year. I
That'd be
don't see it
impressive
happening.
looking at the size of this.
I don't see it happening.
That'd be very impressive.
Not with the road expansions, the hotels. And speaking of hotels, so 2023 is my guess, by the way. So speaking of hotels, just below this concept art, what we can't see is they're also building 2 other hotels. It's across the street from Universal Way. That little road that they're building that from Kirkman to, I don't have it in front of me, whatever it is. Directly across from that parking lot and the theme park are going to be 2 other hotels. One of which, if you look at the map, is just across the street from Nintendo.
Interesting. I wonder why they're doing that.
And I'm not saying it's true or anything, but if I was in charge, I would make a Nintendo hotel. Just saying.
Didn't we guess there were going to be hotels on that because they were part of, like, kind of blotchy areas? Isn't that something we guessed?
Well, there's there's already turnoffs being designed into the roads. So,
yeah, but I mean, aren't those the spots that were kind of just like blotches in the middle of nowhere off the side of the road that they bought?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, and we guessed they were going to be hotels. I thought,
right, and a little birdie tells me that Nintendo might be looked at for a theme for one of these hotels.
You know what might be cooler than that is if they use some of the Nintendo expansion area to build a hotel and then put the rest of the park in there too.
No, I want more rides. Don't take my ride space. There's only so much.
I don't mind both.
I don't mind having to walk across the street to get to my Nintendo themed hotel.
You can have both. Just
it would be the same distance that like the Legoland Hotel is from Legoland. Now, I enjoy Legoland Hotel and Legoland. I don't know if you stayed there before, but it is very colorful. And if they did a pirate style room like Legoland does in the style of Mushroom Kingdom, I would stay there in a heartbeat.
Well, I'm just saying you could just stay in the upper floors and have a ride building below the hotel.
No, I want a whole hotel. It's like you can't even see it from the hotel. I don't want the people in the theme park leering at my hotel. I want a pool that when you go underwater, it sounds like that. Like I want the underwater music playing in the pool when I'm swimming around.
Be careful what you ask for.
I'm a fan of the Legoland style where like you go all out and you really do the rooms up. Not like the Art of Animation Resort at Disney where they just stripped all the theming out, took all the sheets away. Now they're white sheets, took the carpets away, and now it's just regular brown wood. I want a full on colorful, oh my God, my eyes are bleeding. There's too much color room based on Nintendo. That's what I want.
You're not asking for much.
I want the full wraps with all the bricks and everything on the wall. And then when I punch a brick, I want it to make a noise and a question mark brick. I want to collect coins every time I walk across the floor. This is all I'm asking for.
This is all I'm asking for. You just want a brick sticking out of the wall. You just want a brick sticking out of the wall so that you can just punch. Just walk by and punch it.
If you do it faster, you can get more. So I think that's all the news that we were going to talk about.
Oh, Nick sent me stuff. Can I talk about some new scents he has?
Are they for sale?
Yeah, he's got the Flume Ride one up. It smells a little bit like, it smells mostly like Pirates to me, but from what I gather, he was going for Pirates or Splash Mountain. But there's a little smokiness in there. It's pretty cool.
Yes, go to etscent.com/parkstop to pick up the new, what does he call it?
Flume.
Flume. The new Flume smell.
He's got an HHN one that's pretty good too. And then I got, you got them too. You got testers for Jaws and Back to the Future smells.
Yeah,
that
they
he's
just
working
came to the door and I haven't opened the box yet. I was
It's
like,
okay, I
what
opened
is
mine.
this? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Jaws smells like all of the things on Jaws at one time.
I don't think we're supposed to promote it if it's not out yet.
Yeah, but he's still working on it, so I'm just talking about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was giving him some pointers and I was like, you got to put the charred Bruce in there. Because
yeah, it smells like burnt wire and gasoline and a little bit of
we really roasted
Flume.
him.
Yeah, it's good. I think I kind of dig it, but I really like the Flume one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Flume one. I think that's going to bring back a lot of memories for people that haven't been on the rides in a while.
Okay, sorry kids. I just got reminded because Flume.
All I can say is Charmander's Big Fire Grill.
It's great.
It
makes sense though. I've been wondering what that building was.
Yeah. Before I go, I want to plug patreon.com/themeparkstop. All of our patrons are getting first dibs at all of the information that we usually share here on the podcast. We also have the Discord. If you're a Patreon member, there's a secret room where we talk about secret stuff before it's public.
That means everybody else. No, just kidding.
It's only $1 a month. You can join Patreon and get extra podcasts that we record and extra information and rumors early access to these podcasts.
Yeah, do it because we got more goals and I want to do some of the stuff in those goals.
Oh yeah, we got lots of new goals too. We're going to start trivia night.
I like being interactive with everybody, so it's fun.
Yeah, patreon.com/themeparkstop.
Bye.
Bye.